Yeah, whenever you're good.
And that was the first thing said. Well done. After barely surviving the depths of Brall, the Uniques managed to recover Xarren's son from the unknowable one who turned out to be a mind flayer that consorted with the Far Realm. After being fucked up for 3 rounds, being stunned, they managed to snap out of it and kick his ass until he was teleported away by whatever patron he had consorted with, bringing the bringing Xarren's son to the Temple of the Seven Heavens on Brall. They've begun the 3-day long process of restoring his old self from his current thraldom. Currently, the heroes have decided to go for dinner at Luigi's.
And I will say, because it is the dinner time, as you're walking down the main street to get there, there's lots of like vendors around selling kebabs and the like, just like from little stands.
I feel like Morgan would get one. Just whatever one that looked that the first one that seems most appealing to him.
Okay. It would be some kind of fish that would they would call it Tears of Saloon.
How much?
We'll call it 2 silver.
Yeah,
And
this
I
temple
actually have
has.
something for Luigi's, but it's on the opposite side of the room, so I will be un momento. Forgot I have a menu for Luigi's now, and then I forgot y'all were going to Luigi's.
Dude, we had this reservation 2 weeks ago.
Look, all I'm saying is Zach and Cody, as of yesterday, can finally get that reservation in France that they
No, they missed
booked
it.
15 years ago.
If they didn't go yesterday, they missed it.
True. Let's gotta go back. Okay. But yeah, you enter, and once again, it is a crowded tap room and dining hall. Uh, there, Luigi would be on like the other side of the room right now, talking to some diners. But
Is there
one of
like
his eye
a
stalks does turn and look at you.
is there like a line to be seated, or is it just grab a table?
It's seat yourself.
Okay, yeah. I give a short wave to Luigi, and we go grab a table.
Okay. Um,
You
just like
you think he
a
has a
few minutes would
brother
pass.
named Mario?
And Mario Judah is actually Luigi's brother.
The Mario Judah.
The arena Mario Judah. But yeah, there would be menus out with a few things on it. Uh, there'd be tavern noodles, trencher bread, uh, steak of the deep. Under desserts, there'd be green ice rime and loaf pudding. and then the drink of the day is Undermountain Aloriath.
Oh,
I
jeez,
cannot
even
pronounce that
Palace
word.
just followed us here.
Don't know how to pronounce that word. I'll be
Allure,
honest with you.
allure, alluriliath, alluriliath, alluriliath,
Aloriath.
alluriliath.
I don't like that combination of letters.
Too many L's with a U in the middle.
Yeah. And the Y just throws everything off.
Alluriliath, alluriliath. That's probably what it is. Alluriliath.
Definitely something.
Uh, as soon as Rebecca hears Undermountain, she immediately orders that drink. She doesn't even wait for the butchering of the second word. She's just, I'll have that one.
I'll take that. All right. So Luigi comes over, and I imagine Rebecca just like the first thing is, I want one of the Undermountain drinks.
As soon as he mentions what the drink of the day is, like, and we have the
Oh,
drink of the day
it would
is
be on the little menu that's at the table.
okay. Yeah, I'm like as he like pops up, I'm like rapidly tapping that menu.
Want it? Okay. Any other uh any other drinks for the table?
Morgan will get.
They do have like basically most normal things as well.
Let's just say he gets his favorite drink. I don't know what that is.
Morgan
He
gets his favorite
he
drink,
gets it.
the strong kind. Okay.
And I'll have steak at the deep. Morgan will have the bread thing.
Okay.
Xarren?
Xarren Eden.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm really hungry. Do you have any cow milk?
We have milk.
Very good. I will have a glass of milk.
It's probably best we don't know which animal that's from.
Who said it's from an animal peck?
Oh god. It's actually Cthulhu milk.
They've been milking the Star of Hadar for years.
Oh no.
Okay. So so Morgan would get this it's basically a loaf of bread with a pile of meats next to it.
Ooh.
Um the bread is like super airy though.
Mm, not my kind of bread, but the meat's good.
Zarin does in fact get milk. And Rebecca gets this giant steak, but it looks more like fish than steak. It's shaped like a steak and it's the size of a giant steak, but it does look like fish.
Is it aboleth meat?
No, I think it would be. Oh, what's the where's the fishing table?
I feel like eating
It would
aboleth
be
would be like eating pufferfish. Like it needs to be prepared carefully.
gray scaver,
Gray scaver. Hmm.
which are basically space sharks.
Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I will thoroughly enjoy that. Space shark.
And then you do get out a glass of very green drink. Uh,
The
there's
fuck?
the space shark.
Is that a flashlight on his head?
Yeah, literally.
Like
Yeah,
it's probably
yeah,
not. It's
they
probably
just
just the way it's cropped. But like that's definitely a horn. But it
It
looks
looks like
like a
a flashlight.
flashlight.
Is that a flashlight, Bean?
I'll give you a resounding. I'd have to read the book.
I don't
That's
think
its
it
eye.
is.
That's its eye.
That's its eye.
Yeah.
Why is it lit up?
Because it
This
subscribes
eye
to like
glows while the creature is awake.
is so it
If
follows Pythagoras's thought on how vision works.
sure,
I
that
just
hit me with the Pythagoras reference I don't get.
Oh, Pythagoras thought we shoot light out of our eyes to see things,
That would be cool.
which would not explain how we can't see in the dark.
okay. Wait. So that's for humans?
Yeah, that was ancient Greece. That was what Pythagoras thought.
That's
Oh, but that's not true though.
no.
No, we receive light into our eye.
Right. We do not produce light.
I mean, we do glow, but in infrared.
Right.
Yeah, you have stripes in different colors of infrared on you.
Aren't the eyes like one of the hottest like parts of the body?
I doubt that. I think it's either the brain or heart that would be the hottest.
Well, no, but surface, he might be right.
Oh yeah, it's probably going to be the
I don't know.
same. Like
Uh,
I don't know. I've never had like hot eyeballs.
Oh no no no! What I mean like is like with infrared, don't like eyeballs usually like come up white on the infrared because they're so hot, right?
I don't
That's
know.
how infrared works.
Not necessarily. Depends on the scale it's using because it's
Infrared
translating.
human.
It's
The eyes are hotter than the surrounding parts of the face, but they're not as hot as the core.
okay. So I'm not like
Yeah, they show up red, and like
technically
the
wrong,
surrounding area shows up green.
right? Okay, I'm not technically right, but I'm not technically wrong either.
Yeah, they're hotter than the surrounding, but they're definitely not the hottest part.
You were misunderstanding, but you were sort of right.
You
Right.
had the
Okay.
spirit right.
I will take that answer.
It's like you managed to land in the sand pit near the pin for horseshoes, opposed to landing in a bowling alley with the
You
horseshoe
know how to
pin.
just like really make me understand where I am with something. You know that?
I have to have you understand your mental faculties, of course.
I already understood when Bean was like, "You're technically right, but you're technically wrong."
And Rebecca, you get a big boost in confidence when you drink the Thunder Mountain drink,
Really?
more so than just regular alcohol. Yeah, and Luigi would be there, like chatting with y'all a little bit if y'all have any questions.
So we had the pleasure of meeting with the unknowable one today, Luigi. Well, you probably knew that.
Uh, Gotta say, I'm a bit surprised you all made it out of there.
To be honest, we were too. It was looking pretty bad in the middle for a minute there. But you know, he's a weird white mind flayer that managed to teleport away somehow.
Yeah, one of them clairvoyants.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask the captain about him.
Yeah. So y'all got your stuff back?
Yep, and we got everything back. And his son. Just have to cast spells on him for 2 more days.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Have you figured out what's up with the why ships can't get to Toro?
No, I still can't see anything down there.
It's weird. So even though you
He says,
know,
as you're drinking Undermounted Alorlia.
I mean, Undermountain existed before the Spellplex, so
True.
so even though we've told you that Toril still is there, you still think it's well, not that you think it. It's just you see it as the other one, a beer.
I mean, I didn't see it as a beer. I just figured that the few things I could see were from a beer because I couldn't tell anything about Tyrell.
I see. Would teleportation magic work?
Uh, your guess is as good as mine. I can't tell anything about it.
Well, is there a teleportation circle in on Brawl somewhere?
Ooh. Uh, yeah, but only the bigwigs up in Starhaven and some of the military has access to it.
I see.
Don't want to make any incursions by raiders too easy here.
I suppose that makes sense. Um, that's unfortunate. It would be nice if we had a teleportation circle up here, in case we ever need to come back.
I mean, if you're coming from down there, I mean, it takes not long at all to make it here. So
I mean, I'm just thinking like if we get separated from the ship, we don't really have a way of contacting the captain on rendezvousing with him somehow.
yeah, can't help you with like teleportation, but you can probably find some sending stones or something in the market.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Where can we get one?
In the market.
Like where specifically in the market?
I mean, there's lots of tints that sell uh the lower end magic stuff. I mean, lots of them sell bigger ones too, but it's probably quite a few of them. Just
I'll take out the blue orb.
uh,
Uh,
blue orb.
the little orb that blasts cold from that we got from the.
From the cult.
Yep. Can you
Okay.
tell me how I could possibly use this?
Um, let me look at it for a minute. From down there, he wouldn't just know. So I'm gonna have him roll for it. And he rolls a natural 20,
That's
and he
good.
has a good modifier. Because he knows things.
He has a plus
Um,
200 arcane.
I mean, let's not get ridiculous. What would be reasonable? Give him expertise in all the mental things.
Honestly, that probably would be what it would be.
I mean, he got all knowledge in the universe, not multiverse.
Except maybe
But he can't tell.
persuasion, performance. Maybe not the charisma stuff. Just wisdom and int.
Yeah. Yeah, wisdom and it. But charisma's not. I mean, it's kind of mental. It's kind of not.
I mean, it is a mental stat because it is classified as that for the purposes
Yeah,
of
but
like
it's not
obviously
as.
mental as wisdom
It's
and
not as
intelligence.
mental as the others. But yeah. You could probably have someone that's good with magical tinkering, but I'm not saying the class ability magical tinkering because I don't know another word to say.
It's good with
Uh,
dicking around with magical objects.
yeah, good with making magic stuff. Uh, try to change how it works. Right now, it looks like there's some kind of lock on it, so it only works for people in. Looks like some kind of cult. Members of a cult can use it.
Cult of the Dragon. All right. I suppose.
That makes sense since it's full of dragon magic.
Maybe have Orim look at it when we get back. I'll take out Mr. Fox's glasses. There's something weird about these. I remember. They're not magic per se, but there's something strange. Like they're connected to something.
Yeah, this is a deep dig. I gotta pull up the. I do have to pull up the book for this to get the specifics. I kind of remember what it is, but this was a Tomb of Annihilation.
I mean, Rinder gave it to me in the
Yeah,
museum.
but that was because they were continuing cleaning out the
Yeah.
tomb. Uh, so if you count it as like if you count his what he has is kind of like a legend lore, which also makes sense, I think.
He just cast legend lore at will. That's amazing.
And believe it or not, a legend lore spell cast on the spectacles reveals this information. They're a gate key that connects to a door in Sigil.
Sigil.
Yeah, big ring on top of an infinite tower
Yeah, yeah.
in the
Don't
Concordant opposition.
don't remind me of that tower. Where does it go?
Looks like it's a two-way door to Arcadia, which you have been to.
Did I get these before or after our trip to Mount Celestia?
Oh, before.
Are you saying we? Oh, for fuck's sake! We could have skipped our trip to Automata entirely. The Mechanist, not
We would have had
Automata.
to get to the city on top of the Infinite
Yeah, we
Spire.
would have had to somehow get up there. I'm sure there's like some sort of public transportation from the bottom of the tower to the infinitely tall tower's top.
Yeah, it just doubles its speed in half time steps.
Or there's just a portal that you walk through. It's just a door.
It's all doors. It's the city of doors.
Yeah. Are you telling me the city of doors does not have a door that goes to the goes from
Yeah,
the top of the
one
tower
of
to
the
the
buildings in
bottom?
Arcadia actually links to it.
For fuck's sakes.
I
Well,
mean, Beck, the way Sigil works, there's a door in Waterdeep that leads to it.
somewhere.
You just gotta find it, and you have to have the right key.
Okay. Well, next time we're in
Yeah, it's a
Sigil.
two-way key to a two-way door between Arcadia and Sigil.
That's okay. I wonder where it goes in Arcadia. And why the fuck some old man
So
in a
he would be able to
rocking
tell
chair
you
had it?
where that side is. He wouldn't be able to tell you where in Sigil because Lady of Pain weirdness.
Oh, okay. So you can tell us where it is in Arcadia.
Yep, and it would be within Mount Clingadon.
Oh,
Which is home to the Dwarf Pantheon.
yeah. It's where I got my sword, and Morgan got his knuckle dusters, and um,
Loki got something.
sword cane.
Yeah, the sword cane that has fake fire when he swings it. Bonus to intimidation.
Um, hmm. You know where in Mount Clangeddon?
I'm not going through and trying to find my map of Mount Clingadon. He tells you where in Mount Clingadon.
All right, thank you. um, and there's also this weird door in the basement of Troll Skull Alley. Well, not door. Weird relief carving in the basement that
You're
seemed to
you're
be.
asking about something that's in the blank spot,
Yeah.
in his blind spot.
There's no chance that you know something about that, do you?
Actually, would that have been before the spell plague? That would have been before the spell plague. He knows that. Yeah, I'm gonna say another powerful magical user blurs part of it, but uh, yeah, yeah. A hag that ran an orphanage out of there made it.
Oh shit. That would explain the weird cursed doll.
And his eye stalks do air quotes around orphanage.
Yeah, the weird cursed doll. That definitely explains that.
Yeah, probably haunted.
Oh,
The
it's
wall's
that
not missing pieces, is it?
the doll missing pieces.
The wall
Oh, the wall. Yeah, though it's missing a piece.
missing 2 pieces.
2 pieces.
Uh,
Why is that bad? 'Cause there is a poltergeist.
do you describe the wall?
Yeah, I'll describe the wall. Actually, I think I have the spell slot for it. Yeah, I'll major image on the table what it looks like.
Okay. And like he's has eye stalks that are focusing on like moving plates and drinks and stuff to other tables. You get the feeling that one of them is using like telepathy to talk to the one of his eye stalks is doing telepathy to take orders and such. Okay, so you do that. Yeah, I mean I can't get a perfect read on it because I mean I'm looking at a recreation of it. But I'd say that's not a carving. No, that's the kids trying to escape.
Oh God.
Yeah, you might want to restore that so they can move on.
Okay, okay, yeah, that
I mean, unless you're into that kind of thing, it might add to the value of the tavern.
no, we already have a poltergeist of the original owner that helps out Leaf. Um so that we already have the paranormal added aspect. Don't need
Yeah,
the
I think
spirits of
Ghost Kids would turn a lot of people off anyway.
yeah, the spirits of
Not a good
children
business
trying to
choice.
rest. Yeah, yeah, I'll send a message
And you
to.
keep the spirits next to this wall, by the way.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll send a message to Andromeda about like, hey, see if you can send a message to, um, uh, uh,
Oirin?
yeah, Oren and
Lorit?
Lorit, to have them start looking into that wall as it's the spirits of children trying to escape.
And
Okay, for this part he's rolling. This isn't free. What would it be? It would be off with a 29. What are you gonna do?
uh yeah, I also don't think that's just a wall.
Like what? It's a door.
Well, kind of looks like a covering to a demiplane.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Might be where the witch was or the hag was going. Where might be why they're like coming out of there.
This hag wouldn't happen to be one of the 3 hags that were in the Tomb of the Nine Gods, would it?
Doing with the what now?
The tomb that these glasses came from. It's in Chaltz. It's a
Oh, wait, no, because the
Cerex.
Sarek made the tomb before. You know, he knows what the Tomb of the Nine Gods is.
There what last I knew there weren't any hags there
Okay.
in the tomb.
Which one survived? Was it the bells ringing? No, it wouldn't have been ringing bells because that definitely.
Ring Peggy Dead Bells is the one you let live.
Okay, was it Peggy Dead Bells?
Nah, that doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. Well, sending that information off to have people look into that.
Back when the fourth talking doll he's met is also caused by a hack.
Right. Xarren.
Oh, wait, no, he's met 5.
What's up?
Any questions for Luigi?
I don't really know what to ask it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I know there's someone behind Luigi, but like,
Someone behind what?
No, the beholder's name is Luigi. You know, the
oh,
green. It's
I
big
heard
Luigi.
anything you want to ask the Ouija.
Oh, the Ouija.
That's why I was so confused.
Oh, of Luigi.
Of the, I thought we were talking to a Ouija board for a second.
Did Luigi pop up?
Yeah, my favorite tavern in all of the Forgotten Realms.
I'm writing that down for if you ever go to the Shadowfell.
A tavern run by a Ouija board.
No, it's run by spirits, but they're non-communicative, and you can only order through a Ouija board.
That's amazing.
All right. Do I have any questions for Luigi? Okay.
He's a bartender and he knows things.
So, what do you know about Eldath?
Quite a bit. What you want to know?
I'm pretty sure
Well,
quite an understatement.
So basically, she saved my life, funny enough. I just wanted to know if you had any, like, more insight about her that maybe I didn't know myself.
I mean, yes, but like, what kind of stuff are you wanting to know?
Basically, her... How did she become goddess, right? Is that the proper term I'm using?
Goddess, yeah.
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 How did she come to being a goddess?
The lesser deity.
Oh, she is a lesser deity.
Was she born?
Okay.
I mean, that's still a goddess. It's just there's tiers. There's tiers to the Forgotten Realms
Yeah,
deities.
Bahamut was a lesser deity. I don't know if he still is.
Bahamut was a greater deity,
Was a greater,
but
and
has
then he was
become a lesser deity.
and then he was another, and then he was greater again. I don't know what he currently is.
Yeah. Oh man. This is a problem. He would know.
This is something he would know, though, right?
Death. Forgotten. Well, yeah, because it happened before the blind spot. So
Bahamut is a lesser deity in 5e.
I mean, she's always been a deity. Like since she has been, she has been a deity.
She never was.
And
A normal...
I don't know where she came from. I think she might have just sprang out of nature, kind of like Shantaea did. Look, Tom, I'll be honest with you. This is a Bean doesn't know and the wiki doesn't tell me kind of situation.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna go with it.
She probably was
I
one
mean,
of
she just
some
kind of
the first...
sprung up out of the groves.
Yeah, one of the
You know,
nature spirit that turned into a god or something.
Yeah, no, she was born a god. She was not born. Since she sprung into existence, she has been a deity.
So probably some of the older gods of the Forgotten Realms. Technically.
Yeah, I mean, so not as old as Shantaea, obviously. But
Or Selena or Char.
oh yeah, they're older than Shantaea. Oh, yeah. So we're gonna go with she just kind of like sprung up out of the groves. She is the personification of the groves and the waters.
Oh, okay.
Uh, this was not when I was. I'm sorry, I can't give a better answer for this.
No, it's fine.
Does she have a history of rescuing people from rivers and making
It was
them
a
their
wa- it was a,
paladins?
it was a waterfall actually.
Waterfall?
Mm.
Rescuing people from
Well,
waterfalls?
she's the goddess of waterfalls. Uh, I mean, she's done it before, but I mean, it's not like she rescues everyone that goes over a waterfall.
Makes sense.
She must have seen something in you.
I think I've done some pretty good things. Though I make Rebecca go crazy sometimes.
Your financial planning is atrocious.
Mm. What about me as a person, though?
Bit stubborn, kind of absent-minded at times.
This was the part. You were supposed to be nice.
I mean, you're
I don't know. Absent-minded kind of sounds like meandering, and that's what rivers do. So I'm just saying, kind of fits back.
you're definitely brave and a good fighter.
Well, thank you. I do try.
One of her domains is peace.
I don't know. You remember that time I saved you, Rebecca?
No. I don't. I don't know what you're
Uh,
referring to.
oh, you're right. You were stoned.
You you didn't turn me back from stone. It was a lost druid
No,
cleric.
no, you don't understand the things I fought off while you were stoned. If I'm remembering correctly, there were things that were coming after me when she was stoned, and I was right in front of her the
I
whole
mean, there
time,
was
right?
there was another basilisk, and
Yes.
basilisks do eat stone. Well, stone creatures. Uh,
But I don't think it was
so
going
it's not
after
really a
me.
lie. I mean, it would have been, yeah. It was coming to eat the statues,
Maybe
not
not
necessarily
specifically.
just you, but
Yeah.
I mean, you were a statue.
So it's
Would have
not a
come after
lie,
you.
but it's misleading.
I mean, oh, okay, dude, can you ever give me like one?
No.
Just ever? Just one. That's all I ask for.
No.
Like, the fucking DM is telling you how it is. You're just like, nope.
um. Yeah. Rebecca looks at Morgan and then looks at Luigi, then looks at you. It's like I don't. I guess if I was stoned, I don't have any memory of it. So
Morgan would be no help. He was off. Xarren was guarding you, while Morgan was off trying to find something else to help.
unfortunately, you're the only witness to this event. So I kind of have to take you at your word. So thanks, but if you say so.
He's gonna put his head on his hand on his head, and it's just like, sure, no problem.
Oh, one last question, Luigi. If Morgan doesn't have any questions, we can ask Dylan when he gets back. Um, where do we need to go to sail our Spelljammer to the vault?
I mean, Nagathra would already know
Oh, you'd already
this.
know that? Okay.
Oh, for the vault specifically. I mean, he knows how to get to the Astral Sea, and once you're in the Astral Sea, you just kind of know where things are.
How do we get to the Astral Sea from here? Via Spelljammer.
There's lots of ways. Most captains have preferred ways. Although most transport happens through the Phlogiston. Um, I mean, he would tell you where the nearest one is,
Not necessarily the
and
safest
it's
or
hard.
ideal.
It's hard to describe. It's hard for me to describe places in open space. So we're just gonna leave it at he tells you where the closest one is.
Relative to where things are is the only way you can describe where things are in space.
And its relative motion, because it will be different relative to where you are. Now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we should probably stop hogging you, Luigi. I'm sure there's other people that have questions for you.
well, always good talking to you. And good luck.
Thanks.
Drinking the green drink, Rebecca, you also just get a sense of maybe the word belonging.
Is this an effect of the drink or just because of the weird effect Undermountain has on me? I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Beck, make me a wisdom saving throw from the last night when you all slept up here.
Is this a charm effect?
I don't think so. Okay. There's no change
Just
to how
like
this day has gone.
just like I said, as soon as we start playing, the save.
I mean, you
suck.
wasted your 23.
Yeah. Who are we kidding? That 23 was never going to happen during session.
Can't wait for you to make saves during arena. But yeah. With that, y'all finish your meals. Morgan probably drinks a few more drinks. Xarren, the milk is creamier than you would expect.
I don't know if I like that.
It'd be like French dairy.
Instead of whole milk, which is 4%, it's more like an 8%.
Oh,
Okay.
that's probably too much for me. Because French dairy is like 4 point something percent.
Still way less than your creams.
I see.
But yeah, it's a little thicker than whole milk.
Okay.
It has a good flavor.
Can I roll to see if I like it?
Sure. Make a palate check.
How would I do that?
I don't know. Just roll a d, flip a d, roll a d2, roll a d20, whatever you want to do for how you think if you'd like it or
Yeah,
not.
I guess roll a D whatever and then set an arbitrary range on whether you
Roll a
like it or not.
d100, and that will be how much percent you like it.
Okay.
You hate it.
I do not like it,
And it's not the worst thing you've ever had, but it's not
but it's not
great. It's
great.
not good. It's not good.
Um.
That's not. I'd say like making you gag would be if it's below a 10. So
Well,
it's
yeah,
not
one
making
hundred
you
percent.
gag, but
But like,
it's bad.
it's sitting in the mouth a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'd say you order one of the Undermountain drinks to get that taste out of your mouth.
Do
Does
you
it
have
make
any more like different kind of milk?
Yeah, I mean we got some more expensive kind.
I'll take that.
It's
I'm not paying for his drink.
it's blue.
Fuck it.
It's blue milk.
Yeah, blue milk, Peck.
Star Wars milk.
It's bantha milk. All right, you get some blue milk.
All right.
Freshly
I try
imported.
it.
I know nothing about the Star Wars blue milk other than it exists.
The one from the 8th movie, Beck?
I mean, it was originally in New Hope, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was green
Yeah.
in Last Jedi.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was green.
Uh, Mark Hamill. Okay. Oh no, that's what it actually tastes like, not what it is supposed to taste like in world. Yeah, I mean it's tastes like milk. It's a little sweeter than regular milk, but other than that, it's tastes like milk.
All right. So it's a lot better.
Yeah, and there's not a texture thing, so I wouldn't say you like because it being creamier would be it's thicker. It would be a texture thing as well. I wouldn't say you have to roll for this one.
Okay.
It tastes a lot like milk.
He ordered another one.
Okay.
Hmm.
They also have an alcoholic version of this called dark blue milk.
He will try the dark blue milk.
Okay. It's
So
basically
one
a
glass
blue
of regular
Russian.
milk.
D&D is a game where you can live out your fantasies. The lactose intolerant fantasy of drinking milk without problem.
I'm adding it to the D&D quotes. Yeah, it's wow. The Star Wars wiki has 187,000 pages. They can't tell me what alcohol goes into dark blue milk. We're gonna say it's basically a white Russian, but sweeter.
Okay.
It's up to you if Xarren would like a white Russian or not.
He definitely would.
I don't think I've ever had one.
I have not had one either.
Well, yeah, because you're lactose intolerant.
Correct.
But Xarren isn't.
But Xarren is not. I do not have. Xarren does not have limitations like I do.
I don't know, roll Constitution.
No, no, we're not giving him lactose intolerance, Beck. All right. So the tab between the three of you, the tab would come back. We'll call it. Okay, that steak's a little pricey. And he bought two. We'll call it. It's 10 gold total between the three of you.
Oh, that's not bad.
We can order more milk.
No, I'll give Luigi a platinum. Discreetly, of
Okay.
course. Because it's Brall.
I mean, he has no hands, so it is just hovering there after you give it to him.
I mean, I see discreetly from, like, taking it out.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand, because people would be watching in an establishment like this.
Oh, good,
Yeah, you're
good
fine.
fucking roll.
That's actually average for me.
Yeah, you think you did it very discreetly. You feel like you did it very discreetly.
But Luigi knows.
Luigi knew where you were keeping it before you even pulled it out.
Before I even got the sack, Luigi knew where I put it.
Luigi knows how much money you'll have on you when you die.
Oh, that's terrifying. All the money that you have not spent, that you will never spend because you are dead. Or you ask him, it's like, how much money will I have on me when I die? He's like, what time? Which time? What do you
Yeah.
mean, which
Unfortunately, he
time?
does not know how much you lost to a hallway.
Yeah, that was a blind spot.
Yeah. Pay off your tab. And I assume call it a night at the ship.
Sure. Can he take a glass of milk home with him?
Oh my fucking god. You're paying for it yourself.
Yeah, but they're gonna put it in.
too.
But they're gonna put it in plastic, so you have to have that plastic taste in your milk.
Oh.
Yeah, you're getting bagged milk. Enjoy the Canadian. The Eastern
No, not
Canadian milk.
bagged. We're not monsters.
Eastern Canadian monster.
Why is there milk in a bag?
Because then you put it in your pitcher.
Oh.
Or you keep it in a bag like a fucking savage. See, in Western Canada, we have cartons and jugs.
With civilized people.
Yep.
Dang Eastern Canadians. Is French Canada's East, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of central.
No, it's very much Eastern. Well, Central, if you go by where the majority of the population is, because Central Canada technically would be Ontario if you do that, but Central Canada is more like Manitoba, Western Ontario.
Yeah, I was mixing up. For some reason, I was thinking Quebec was to the left of Ontario, but it's definitely to the right.
Quebec.
Well,
No, he said Quebec.
oh, Quebec. I said
Yeah.
I thought I heard Hayback.
Nah, Quebec.
Where is the? I think the midpoint's basically on the Manitoba Ontario line. That's just eyeballing it though.
That seems about right.
But anyway. Yeah, Captain Gathrod's not back. However, you would hear a mentor in the middle of the night. But morning comes, you'll get a long rest.
Everyone gets Warlock level plus half my Warlock level, which would be 6 plus 5, 11. 11. Everyone gets 11 temp HP if you don't have it already.
Could you post that ability, please?
Celestial Resilience.
That's an interesting stipulation. I'll give it to you
What's to be
because I don't want to be an ass. Y'all are sleeping in 2 separate rooms.
I suppose if like creatures you could see.
Makes hotels interesting, doesn't it?
Yes.
Alright, that's just dumb.
I'm not gonna do it. I think raw that would be what happens though.
Raw, yes. Rules as intended, maybe.
Probably also yes.
Rules of being fair, no.
Now, if y'all are like sleeping on opposite ends of a building, I would do it to you.
Yeah.
You're across the hall from each other here.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. If you have someone sleeping in Troll Skull and someone sleeping in the next building over, maybe not.
Yeah.
But, different rooms in Troll Skull. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Um. You'd hear the sound of glass being moved in the captain's quarters when you wake up.
Oh?
And where it is? Here it is. We will do the move. Because why not? Because we're here. Yeah, y'all heard the captain enter in the middle of the night. And then you hear glass moving this morning.
Where the
From
hall
the helm. Like from the direction of the helm. Which was this room.
Yep, I'll go and see him.
Okay. It's coming from the next room forward, which I don't think you had been in before.
He probably can tell what I'm thinking already. He's like, what the fuck? I'll go knock on the door. If there's a door.
It's open. It's just like a doorway. But as you're approaching, you'd say, "Hello there."
They're there.
General the Gathrod.
And a cough drop.
Hey Cap, how was your whatever the hell you were doing?
The recruitment. It went quite well. Also managed to procure some provisions.
Oh, provisions for yourself. I thought you meant for the crew. We already did that.
Yeah, y'all bought a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we got the supplies for the non brain eating crew. Good to go.
And I'll say Morgan probably spent time last night getting the kitchen stuff put up in the kitchen. You would see that he's loading onto there's several shelves in this room, and he's loading what looks like they're pickled brains
Is there
onto the shelves. Jars of pickled brains.
Is there a pickled brain store here or something?
In a matter of speaking.
I think I prefer not to know. Met one of those yellow elves in a fight ring. They suck. Do not want to see them again.
That they do. Yeah, don't steer away from them.
And we met the unknowable one here on Brall. He's one of your kin, I think. He's a white mind flayer. And shit, what did Luigi say? The clairvoyant. It was a clairvoyant mind flayer that consorted with the far realm. You know anything?
And you made it out alive.
he also made it out alive, barely. I guess whatever thing he can source with managed to teleport him out. But it was pretty hairy there for a minute.
They be quite formidable foes.
Until a couple days ago, I'd never heard of a illithid or mind flare in passing. But a couple days ago, I met one, and then I met you, and then we fought another. It's kind of weird how that happened.
And you never saw a spelljammer before either, but now you've seen
Several.
dozens.
Yeah. Apparently, there's some sort of barrier or entity that's preventing spelljammers from going to and from Toril. Also preventing, I guess, sight to it in terms of seeing things in the mind of Big Luigi. So if we fly back to Toril, we might have a fight on our hands too. With some astral monster.
Wouldn't be too concerned. Scavenger is a formidable ship.
This would be the third day I paid for 6 days.
This is the dawn of the third day, yes.
The final day. The moon is about to fall. Right, well,
Why does it have eyes all of a sudden?
so it just gets really angry. Alright, we still have some business in town. We rescued Xarren's son, but he's a thrall of the Unknowable One. According to the book, it usually takes a whole colony, so not really clear how he ended up in a thrall-like state.
I'm afraid I can't be any help for you there. The ship should be ready to set sail this afternoon, though.
In terms of repairs and crew?
I got the crew handled. As far as repairs, as much as we're able to get done short term should be done today.
I did pay for 6 days originally, so if need be, we can wait another couple days.
That won't make much difference on the major repairs.
Oh,
Right now, you're in the mending area of repairs. You get into the full repairs, it's gonna take a hot minute.
okay, yeah, okay. So with minor repairs, we're good this afternoon.
You can get to 3/4 health
Okay.
with the. Is how I did it because the official way is done.
Well, we'll have to leave, I guess, tomorrow morning, because we'll have to cure Xarren's son, and then we can set out.
Aye, that sounds good.
When do we meet the crew?
Do your best to avoid any more of them green elves.
It's the only one I've seen so far. Down by the dry dock.
Okay.
I guess I'll go check on Xarren.
Xarren.
Thorn. All right. No. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, I was gonna head over to the temple if you wanna come.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll come with you.
Morgan will stay and work in the kitchen, talk to the hamster.
Okay. Like work on getting stuff set away, or like work like he's cooking stuff.
Uh, well, if the crew is joining us tonight, I guess he might start meal pepper preparations for this evening. And putting stuff away initially.
Okay. He would tell you that most of the crew doesn't prefers meat. Or you tell Morgan that, I guess.
Yeah.
But part of what y'all bought was a lot of like dried and preserved meats as well, so that's not really a problem.
So we need fruits to avoid scurvy.
Hey, space scurvy.
Can elephants get
That's what the
scurvy?
rum's for.
That's what the rum's for.
It is. Has citrus in it.
Really? I did not know that.
Yep.
Uh,
That's why pirates drink rum. They wore earrings because the weight on the on pulling down on the earlobe is supposed to help reduce seasickness.
interesting.
They wore eye patches so they could see when below deck, not
That I
because they were
knew.
missing eyes. Yeah, a lot of it actually has a reason. Yeah, so it's easier to keep rum than it is to keep fresh citrus. The rum has citrus in it. Um, and you can get the cane sugar that goes into it from most of the Caribbean islands that the pirates were frequenting. Grog is just watered down rum to make the rum last longer.
Oh, the wand of fireballs. That's what I was looking for. 1d6 plus 1. If I'd use all the charges, I'd get them all back.
Right, so back to the rock.
Yeah, we'll head to the Temple of the Seven Heavens.
Pantheist Temple of the Seven Heavens. Or something like that. But yeah, y'all make your way back over there. I believe was that one.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, I'll cast Greater Restoration with in sequence with the other two people that are casting Regenerate and Heal.
Okay. A planar church, not pantheist. The pantheist one is the Temple of Tyr. Yep. And I will say, walking around this temple, Xarren and Rebecca would both notice there's no symbols of the individual gods of the seven heavens.
It's just the entirety of Mount Celestia.
Yeah, there's just symbols of the seven heavens.
Right.
And there are like some symbolisms of the different layers because there's the seven layers, as the name implies. But yeah, none of the individual gods.
Hmm.
Yeah, you get the spell cast. He's not comatose. He's just kind of laying there today.
I'll
Doesn't seem to be fighting it
after
as much anymore.
casting. I'll wait by the front door if Xarren wants time with his son, and then
Yes.
I'll go to the market to get a sending stone, 2 sending stones specifically.
Okay. Like, try not to get monkey pawed by saying he wants a sending stone.
Yep.
All right. Zarin, you are left alone in this room with your son, who is just kind of laying on the cot, staring at the ceiling.
Hmm. You should come with us.
Why?
I just think it would be the best bet for you if you came with us. I mean, I don't want to force you, but if you say no, I'm probably gonna grab you.
Why?
It's for your own good.
But why?
You never asked these many questions when you were a kid.
I was a kid.
Yes, you were.
Why?
All right, I just grab him.
He's not cured yet.
Oh.
You got one more day of spells.
I was about to be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You wanted to run off?"
You get the feeling that his personality is kind of being rewritten or something.
Rebecca.
After having that rewritten.
She's out
Right.
by the front door.
No, you were staying by his door outside.
Oh, okay.
The front door is a long ways away.
Yes.
Not long.
Might need help.
What do you mean you need help?
I don't know the answers to these questions.
Probably because he's not entirely stable right now. His thrall mind is being unwritten, basically.
He's got 2 sets of very conflicting personalities and memories right now.
Just, I guess, hopefully, let's hope he does not remember this. And just let the clerics tend to him, and we'll come back tomorrow, and he should be good as new.
Why?
Because we're casting spells on you.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to be like this.
Why not?
Because you're currently a thrall of a mind flare that fucked off to the far realm.
Basically a 3-year-old right now. Why?
Literally.
Why? Why not? I don't fucking know. Just lay there and you'll get better tomorrow.
Okay.
Why?
Why are we here?
Just to suffer.
Just to suffer.
Xarren, I gotta go to the market. I gotta sending stone so we can stay in contact with the Gath Rod.
Okay.
Xarren having flashbacks to when his son was 3.
Mm-hmm.
He would leave for the bar whenever this would happen.
And I love this bar.
Walking through the streets, if Xarren's coming with me. Or is he staying?
Yeah,
with
you
his-
leaving the letting the clerics tend to your son for the day, or you gonna stay here with him, or what? Zarn? Huh?
I literally
Letting
did.
the
I
clerics tend
thought
to
you
your
were talking to
son?
Rebecca. I'm sorry.
You
You
letting
said
the
what?
clerics tend to your son, or are you going with Rebecca?
Yes.
That was not a yes or no question, but okay.
I mean, it kind of was because I messed up on the question. Beck and said the same thing for both. I asked if you wanted the clerics to tend to his son, or if he wanted to go with you, which is actually the same
Same
option
thing.
because
Yeah,
I'm
I
dumb and
just
messed up.
realized that. Yeah.
So
That
Tom
was
wins
a yes
this
or no
round.
question.
Okay, that's why sending stones are expensive, because you're buying 2.
Why?
Why? You can
Why?
try just 1. I'll allow it.
But let me do. You know who would be great in a room? Him, and dog.
No.
Crossover, the most ambitious crossover of all time.
It would just be
That's
Bean
Zaren's son
asking
and dog.
himself why over and over again.
No, it would be why and what is that?
I miss dog.
What is a troll?
Oh, we should have asked Luigi about the plane of ideals.
Oh, I should have asked Luigi about dog. Fuck.
Most dog to win these days.
What the?
No,
What's
you
dog?
shouldn't
Everyone
fuck with that. If you really mess up, you're gonna screw up all dogs forever.
I don't think so.
I have an intelligence of 6. I know what I'm doing.
I don't think it's that low, is
No,
it?
it's like 8 or 9. I was just quoting Grog.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that quote. Rog truly was the brains of that operation. I mean, Beck, think about it. The brain is just a muscle. And who had the biggest muscles in Vox Machina?
The brain is not a muscle.
I know. Alright, Beck, hear me out. You think the heart is a muscle, and the Egyptians thought you thought with your heart.
Well,
Who had the biggest
unfortunately,
muscles?
the Egyptians were wrong.
Yeah, but if this was Egypt, Krog would be this. Yeah.
Right, going to the market to get some sending stones. But while walking there, I'll ask Xarren some questions. So, what happened to his mother? If you don't mind me asking.
That's a good question. Yeah. After I, was going through my really hard time, his mother took full custody of him, and that's basically the last I ever saw of her. She started seeing this new guy, and I don't even know. Like I said, that's the last I've seen of it.
Is that also the last time you saw your son until now?
Zarin gets a fucking like major PTSD flashback now. The flood. That's right. I haven't seen anybody since the flood. I just hid in my barrel and I was swept away. I don't know if she was killed or I don't know. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of concerned now. It's not a great sign that if my son's here, probably she's dead or something like that.
Well, we can find out what happened tomorrow if he
Hey, Rebecca,
remembers.
you would remember a few years ago hearing about a small village, I mean a large village, small town, that was completely wiped out by a flood.
Do I remember anything about survivors?
You know, there was this drunk in a barrel.
Oh. Oh. That was. Oh.
I mean, there was a couple others, but not many.
There were. I remember hearing about that flood actually, now that you mention it. There were a couple other survivors along with a, a drunk in a barrel. And, but there wasn't many, so maybe she's out there. We don't know.
I hope so, because I'd hate to see that she's gone. She doesn't deserve that.
Stella might be able to help once she's recovered, if she recovers.
All right.
Okay. Beck,
Yes.
make an investigation check for trying to find best deal on sending stones.
Xarren, I know your financial planning's not the best, but would you like to assist me in looking?
Sure.
I'll roll a d6 because I can. Sure, 20.
Okay. You find where there is a elephant person selling magical items, small magical items. And he does have uh 3 pair of sending stones on sale. Or for sale, I should say.
How much for a pair?
A pair will run you mm, you've rolled 20. Say a pair will run you 1,000 gold.
Oh my god, for an uncommon item.
Well, for 2 uncommon items.
I suppose.
And that's actually undervalue.
1,000 gold for a pair. So that's 100 platinum.
It is 100 platinum.
I could drop 200 platinum, get 2 sets of sending stones. You know what? I will do that. I'll drop. Oh, fuck. There's no way to do this subtly.
No, not that much. I'm not letting you settle that
No,
much.
there's no way you could subtle hand 200 platinum. Yeah, I'll just look around, make sure I'm not being watched. and then take out the 200 platinum.
You are always being rocked on this rock. It is a rock of thieves and pirates.
Yeah, I'll take out the 200 platinum and give it to the Luxodon.
Okay.
And then if anyone's staring at me, I'll just give them a glare. Like I know they're watching me.
Make an intimidation check.
Well, that's investigation, not intimidation. There we go. It shouldn't have been an advantage, but I'll take that. I'll also add a D6
I mean,
to
this is
that.
23 anyway. A 28.
I'm not planning on doing anything else today, so might as well burn the knowledge of past lives.
There was a couple tabaxi that were watching you, and they turn and just start speed walking away.
They actually get down on all fours and start sprinting.
They're using their was it feline agility? Whatever the double movement
The
is.
GTFO ability.
Yeah, they're just gone. Okay. You have 2 pairs of sending stones.
Excellent. Alright, so Xarren, one pair is for us, the group. The other pair will
Right.
be for Nagathra.
Sounds good to me.
But so you're giving him 2, one of each pair? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're keeping one pair, and I'm giving one of the other pair to him.
Okay.
That way, if for whatever reason we need to give a sending stone to someone, we have an extra pair to do that with.
Okay.
Say, like, we need to stay in contact remotely with Stella when she's better. And she doesn't have sending. Even though she's a wizard.
Always go into Reginald so you know when important stuff comes in.
You know what? That actually would be good.
Mm.
It'd be good to actually drop a... Because you said he had 3?
He had 3 pairs.
You know what? I'll drop...
Yeah, 3 sets.
I'll drop an extra 100 hundo on that
Okay.
for 3 pairs of sending stones.
You gotta love casually spending 4,000 gold in the last 2 sessions.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts so much.
Oh.
But it's
Oh no, it was more than that. It was a lot more than that for the. It was more than 1,000 gold for the spell castings. But yeah, it's a lot of money.
Sending stones is not an item in the compendium.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
Sending stones. 6.
Guess I don't have the. Do I not have the TMG on Roll20?
I think I remember you saying that you don't.
Oh.
Sending stone pairs. I got 3.
I can't do anything about that right now. Wait for my check to clear.
Alright, I guess head back to the ship and I'll be keeping a close eye on my shit to make sure I'm not being pickpocketed.
Okay. You would watch as a couple drops of very cold water land on your head as you're leaving the market, Rebecca. Ice cold water. And you look up and you see a ship carrying a large block of ice flying overhead towards the lake.
Well, that explains where they get the water from, and I quickly look down to make sure I'm not being pickpocketed.
You're not.
Okay. I wonder where they get that ice from.
Cheers.
Yeah.
They mine a big chunk off of one of the.
Beck knows that. Rebecca does not.
But yeah. So y'all go back there. There'd be a guy there casting spells on the ship when you get back. Repairing some of the cracks.
Can I actually see the dock master, the guy I paid money for the 6 days?
Uh, yeah, you'd see him.
Right,
He's back on duty today.
yeah, I'll talk to him. I was like, okay, and tell him that we're actually leaving tomorrow instead of 6 days from now.
No refunds.
I don't remember you saying anything about there being no refunds.
He'll point to a sign on the deck, and there's a very small print underneath the main words that say "No refunds."
How new is that writing?
Make an investigation check. It looks like it's been there a while. It also looks like people have tried to scratch it out several times.
I look at it. I kind of like lean over to look at it, like with my kind of like my hand on my chin, just kind of like looking at it. I look at him, just kind of squint. All right, you win this round.
I mean, I don't get to keep it. But yeah, no refunds.
Fair enough. I guess I'll just chill on the ship, help out where I can, and kill time until tomorrow.
Yep. So just for me to double check that, and it's possible that the rolls go awful. Um, yeah. The sixth casting of the day. The ship is as prepared from magic as it can be. So the mages will give you your bill for a whopping what do we call 50 gold
Oh my god.
for the 100 point of repairs. Oh no, wait, no. 35 gold.
35 gold. That I'll just give them 4 platinum.
Peg whipping out the platinum today.
I have no gold.
Yeah. Yeah. You did
Hmm.
get all of your stuff changed into most of your stuff changed into
I
platinum,
did not.
and then promptly spin
I
the gold.
got a bunch of platinum and I spent all my gold.
Well, no, it was Morgan that got it all converted. Yeah, that's right. Morgan's the one that went to the bank. He didn't end up going to the not bank, the exchange.
Yeah, I think he changed his to gold. Changed some of it to
Uh,
gold and some of it to platinum.
yeah, he got about 10% in gold.
And he has 888 silver.
Yeah, but how much Electrum does he got?
0.
You hate to see it.
I have the most though.
No, you don't. You have negative 1/12, Beck.
Oh.
You accidentally added all the numbers instead of just giving yourself infinite.
Damn it. Yeah, I guess I'll play cards with any of the crew that show up.
Yeah, the crew would show up throughout the day. There is, of course, the 3 Orugs, in air quotes, that have been with you.
I thought one of them
What would it be?
died.
We'll call it. There was 4 to
Oh,
begin
there
with.
was 4, yeah.
Yeah. What we'll call it? We'll call it 2 monkey people.
Atrazes?
Yep, 2 Hadozis. A rabbit person.
I don't know what they're fucking called.
I mean, yeah. Rebecca definitely doesn't. They're Herringons though. I'll have to get the tokens put into the game. 3 elves.
Do they look off?
2 of them do.
2 of them do, okay.
What's the total crew again? 13. But that includes the captain.
I guess I'm gonna have to give up my bunk for the kid. Because I don't need a bunk. I suppose neither do the elves, but just need a space to meditate.
The elves aren't drow, but I'm putting drow down so I remember what it is. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 if you count the Herringon. And the other 3 are humans.
I think Morgan would have a rule in the kitchen: do not harm the hamster, as he's our little mascot of the ship. People who harm
Why
the
is there a
hamster
rodent on this
will.
boat?
Hamsters. Anyone who harms the hamster will be shot.
What are you, Jeff?
Jeff. What's a Jeff?
Trying to shoot people.
Oh no, I just got this thing. Takes out spin box. I found it
What's
behind.
that?
Found it behind a dumpster.
I'll give you 2 gold for it.
It is not worth that much.
It's not worth it. Okay, 1 gold.
I meant the other way.
Had to try.
That really wasn't very far. But I meant the other way is such a good response.
All right, but yeah, the rest of the day goes uneventfully. Yeah. And y'all sleep.
Nice.
And daylight comes. Y'all want to go home?
Do I have to
You
make
go to the
wisdom
place.
saves from the last
You
2
do need to
sleeps?
make a wisdom save.
2, actually, because I made 2 sleeps.
Yeah. You know what? I am a liar. It is a charm effect. So the 15's from the first night. Beck, roll me another one and then one at advantage. Beck, you no longer feel the call for Undermountain.
I think it's subtle enough that I won't realize it until like I get near being in Undermountain.
Or you see the drink again.
Yeah. But that's good. Because that place is fucking scary. Do not want to go back.
It was not an easy roll for you with a +1, I will say. Because it's based on how deep into Undermountain you go.
Oh god. So that so I
It could
essentially
have
had to...
become impossible for you.
Oh my god. Need to get whiz save proficiency. Which I
Yeah,
can if I go high in rogue.
yeah, Slippery Mind or something like that.
Yep.
Elusive, one of the two. Yeah, morning comes, you go and you do the last casting.
You know what? I think I'll pass.
Okay. Xarren, you get there for the final treatment on your son, and Rebecca says, "Nah, I'm good."
No, I'll definitely cast it.
He goes, "Rebecca, you can't do that." So the three of them cast the spells on your son once again. And this time, his eyes lock with yours after the casting is finished. What, what are you doing here? What, where, where am I?
Welcome to space, kid.
Is it really you?
What, where's mom?
Oh
The,
shit.
the, the water. What?
Looks
Oh my
like you
god.
forgot a lot.
Has he been brainwashed for this many years?
What would it be about 4 years ago that the flood happened? 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
roughly. Uh, I mean, as of right now, it sure seems like he remembers the flood.
Uh,
What? You, you got you got old.
oh, he does recognize me. Like,
What are you doing here? With
I, I came here to,
space.
yeah, I came here to save you.
Yeah, you say he got old. You got old too, kid. Oh,
Look
master
at
many faces
yourself.
into him.
He doesn't have any recognition of this person you have become.
Believe it or not, this is what you look like.
I choose not. Why does my voice sound weird?
Puberty.
You grew up. I,
He'll look at Rebecca. What's going on?
I'll drop the form. All right, so I learned a bit from your father. About 4 years ago, there was a flood in your town. Something happened.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. Something happened, and you wound up among the Tears of Saloon as a thrall of a mind flayer.
yeah.
He'll he'll look at you, Zarin. As far as your cons go, this is definitely the most elaborate.
This
Cons.
isn't a con.
Zarin, make a persuasion check at advantage.
Nat 20.
I mean, you gotta think he remembers the old you. He doesn't know you.
Right. Nat 20.
Or he'll look out the little window, and he'll see the blue marble in the distance.
That's Toro.
Uh, so what? Did you got teleport? You got sent here to space 2 when the flood happened?
No. I died and I was given a second chance at life.
Wait, did you
When the
actually die? How'd you survive the, the death plague?
Technically,
He
he
did.
did died, right?
No, you didn't die. Everything just went cold. You found yourself. You opened the barrel after you found yourself bobbing in the water, and you were being rapid. It was rapidly going towards the fall.
Right.
Um, and I believe, yeah, you started praying to, and I think the quote is, "Whichever God
You're right.
will listen."
Right.
Um, and then you went over the edge, and then suddenly everything was calm, and you were bobbing in the um what's the word, in the pool at the bottom,
Okay.
the pond, the lake,
Yeah.
whatever it would be.
So, in his eyes, he's like, when he says that he died, he means his old self died. You know what I mean? So,
He was also as good as dead. He
right.
he would have died in that fall without intervention.
So, when I prayed, my god Eldath listened to me and gave me a second chance at life. And here I am now, one of her paladins. I know it doesn't seem real and pretty ironic from my old life, but if you ask everybody that I know currently of what they experienced of me in the last, I don't even know how long at this point, I've changed.
He does not strike me as a con man at all. Unless he's playing elaborate con this whole time, but I haven't seen any evidence of it, being a criminal myself.
Could you make a persuasion check at advantage, please?
I wish I was
Especially with the admitting a criminal,
Nice.
especially as a criminal myself.
Mhm.
I mean, I got the
A
clothes
room
for it.
full of priests.
We're on Brawl. Everyone's a criminal.
I know, but it's just such a funny thing to say.
Especially after
In a
they know
table.
I've been to the third layer of Mount Celestia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Like some priest is like, this fucking criminal has been to the third layer of Mount Celestia. What the fuck?
you're a no wonder they didn't make it to the fourth.
I glanced in that direction.
Actually, only Morgan would hear that.
Okay. Morgan would probably say, we didn't even try to go to the fourth.
Um,
We might be able to if we go back.
so you're saying he isn't a just a drunk anymore that does whatever he can to get by.
I think I can count on one hand the amount of drinks he's had with alcohol in it.
And one of them was last night.
The only one I can think of right now is the the alcoholic blue milk he had last night.
I didn't even really know what it was, to be fair.
Yeah, I
It
think
was
that was
blue.
more of an accident than a choice.
Yeah, it was blue.
Yeah, he liked the blue, so he thought, why not try the dark blue?
As
There's a
soon
lot
as
of
it,
weird milks
as
around
soon as
here.
it came out, Morgan was able to sniff that it was definitely alcohol.
Morky could tell just from the name of it. No. So what, you found after 4 years you found out where I was and decided to find a way to go to space to find me? Also,
Actually,
why are there buildings up here? I thought space was like nothing.
We're on a asteroid. We're in the Tears of Saloon.
oh, to be honest with you, son, I thought you were still with your mom.
Wait, so mom made it through the flood?
I don't know.
There were survivors of the flood. We don't know who though.
Last I saw, and he kind of like freezes up for a second. He gets that same PTSD look that Xarren had yesterday when he was talking about it.
I guess that runs in the family.
It also, for him, it was, you
Yesterday.
know, oh, less than an hour ago, really. However long this conversation's been.
That's so unfortunate.
She was being swept down the street. I grabbed onto a horse style.
What was your ex-wife, mother's name?
Oh shit.
That's not in
Um.
the backstory. You got to come up with off the top.
Uh. Fuck.
Quick to a name generator.
I'm literally. That's where I'm going right now. I have to. No, he's human. She's human. He's human. So
Could still have been a half elf or a half orc.
what's that?
Your wife was either human, half elf, or half orc. If your son is human.
Half orc. Oh god. Um. Yeah. He's because I didn't really think about it. So he's human. 'Cause she's human. Her name is Riley.
Riley what? Deathwalker?
Deathwalker.
No, she
Uh,
would not have kept the Deathwalker name.
Well, that's what it was
I mean,
when she married me.
yeah, he didn't keep
if
the name.
Xarren was a piece of shit as he was, you definitely did not keep the name.
I mean, because like the son didn't keep the name. I doubt she would have.
Although, what's
So it would be
I didn't even know he didn't keep the name.
yeah, that was part of the thing when y'all went to the play. His last name's Kennedy.
So I guess it's Riley
Riley
He
Kennedy.
goes
Kennedy.
by Czar. Yeah, Riley Kennedy.
Uh, I'll send a message to Andromeda like, hey, um, if Stella gains consciousness or something, could you like maybe see if she could look into trying to divine a Riley Kennedy, formerly Riley Deathwalker?
Okay. And Morgan will go. She could do some of that, but most of her stuff just kind of came to her in visions. She didn't really like go looking for it.
Well, I don't know how divination works.
I mean, sometimes it worked, but that's not where most of it was.
Anyways,
Yeah, she just saw lots of bad things and tried to go help with them.
man, that sounds tough.
Which means she probably saw a vision of the flood.
Yeah. Um. Well, unfortunate news, kid. Um, we have some items to pick up from a vault in space. Well, not space, actually, the astral sea. So
Clerics are still in the room, just so you know.
I know that's why I said pick up, not steal.
Okay.
So we're leaving on a pirate ship. Not a pirate ship. We're leaving on a ship. That was a pirate ship. It's not a pirate ship.
Just has a pirate captain. Oh, okay.
But you might want to brace yourself for walking out the door because it's quite a view.
I mean, more than that marble out there.
You haven't seen Saloon.
I've seen the moon before.
You haven't seen Saloon from here.
So he will go with you.
If when if we end up out of earshot, I'm gonna ask Sarah, when are you gonna tell him that we didn't come here to find him?
I think I kind of already hinted that, though.
Yeah, well, that's not telling him.
He doesn't need to know.
Are you serious? If you have any hope of actually trying to build up trust with your son again, you need to tell him the truth. Like, if I found out my father was still alive and he didn't tell me where he's been, because he knew he where he was and he didn't tell me, I'd be quite pissed. I'd be even more pissed if he knew where he was and he was able to come back but didn't. But that's a hypothetical situation that probably isn't happening.
Why can I open everyone's character sheet except for Xarren's? Yeah. So.
I feel like looking at Saloon would be this way. And Toral's that way.
Right now it would be overhead.
Oh, straight overhead. Yep. So we walk
Yeah.
out, and then walk out from the. I guess. Try and make him not look up, and find a bench for him to sit on.
It's easy enough. There's plenty of benches around the Temple District.
All right, now lean back.
Would there be a worry about looking directly at the moon at this distance?
No, not really. It's more looking at the sun. If it's like the moon, like our moon, it's rather dim. Actually.
Bright enough that you can't see any stars in the pictures taken from the moon.
Well, it's on the surface with the sun up.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in orbit around the moon.
Yeah.
So, and you can see stars in orbit around the moon on the day side. So yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. It's just on the surface that it washes it out.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Flash.
Although it is technically an illusion, what we're seeing, so it might not be strong enough to blind
Nope,
you.
you're not on the dark side right now.
I thought you said the whole thing was an illusion.
No, I said it. No, your question had been whether that gets blocked only from Toril or if it gets blocked from everywhere. And it gets blocked from everywhere.
Hmm.
But it's only the city that's covered up. It's not the whole moon, is a. I mean, it's only the cities that get covered up.
Oh,
It's not like they cast an illusion around the entire moon.
I thought it was the entire moon, huh?
No, it just covers the places they are. It's like the thing in the Inhumans, if you ever watched the Inhumans.
I did not.
Well, there goes my Marvel reference. Basically, there's a force field illusion thing, and the rover on the moon crashed into it. But yeah. Uh, he's just kind of. I mean, he's very impressed. He's not. His mind hasn't been blown.
Okay, that was my worry, because that is quite a sight to behold, particularly if the last thing you remember was being in a river.
Yep. It is. He is very impressed. It is very cool to look at. He's not like going mad over it or whatever.
Yeah, I was more worried that like he'd feel faint and have to sit down or fall. All
Over
right.
he then just watches a Loxodon and a Leonin walk past. And a four-armed grasshopper creature.
Yeah, those exist. We don't know what they are. Come on, we need to cast off.
Why is there a green elf over there?
Oh shit. Let's not go near that guy.
Yep, so they'll take a bit of the long way to avoid the green elf.
Yellow elf. Yellow green.
Yeah, they're definitely not like straight yellow either. I think it's closer to green personally, but to each their own.
It's more like a yellowish lime.
I just made Xarren fat. Fix that. Long, Xarren. So he gets here, and then you're basically just asking him to walk over the void.
It's fine, just don't fall off. If you do fall off, I can come grab you. I can cast fly.
Okay.
So if you fall off, you probably will fall, and then you'll stop falling, and then you'll come back up.
I prefer just the not falling, personally.
Yeah, gravity's weird out here.
What now?
The force that pulls us down. I forgot you had the mind of a 10-year-old.
12.
12, sorry. And when I was his age, I was being educated by a gnome professor about minotaurs.
And then he tried that professor tried to tell you that gravity doesn't actually exist. You didn't really understand it though. There was something about time in there.
Yeah. He just needed to pick a lane and stay in it. History was his thing. History and biology. Not physics.
In the Minotaur language.
That he may or may not have actually learned from Rinder.
Alright, so y'all so he gets back to the ship. And there is a whole slew of the strange creatures he doesn't recognize, including the slads who have not changed, who are in their natural forms since they're in space. He sees big frog monsters.
Don't worry, those are they're fine. They're under the control of the captain.
So what kind of captain do you serve under that can control that?
Well, we don't serve under him. He actually serves under us, but he an illithid.
What?
Mind flare.
What the
He's a
There's some flight or fright look in his eyes.
he's a decent guy. He's a former pirate, maybe still current pirate. Doesn't serve a colony. Just wants to live his life free among the stars in a ship with a bottle of rum and some brains, which he has pickled in a jar. But in case of emergency, we have figured out a way to feed him without having anyone be killed. So there's that.
He still has that look in his eyes, but he's like controlling it.
He's a chill dude. Just give him a chance. We do have a hamster.
Just the 180 tentacle monster controlling giant frogs.
Who's a chill dude
Hamster.
and a pirate. We have a hamster. The mascot of the scavenger.
Okay. But yeah, so we'll say that, well, if there's 12 crew members and you assume that they work in shifts. Yeah, so you have y'all in the one room and the crew sharing the other room in shifts. The 12 crew sharing the other room in shifts.
I'll just kind of speak out loud. All right, Captain, I think we're good to shove off.
All right. Very good. You begin ascending, and then after a little bit, a very short bit, uh, you feel the jump to warp speed again, and Rebecca just went into the void of space.
Oh, I was just moving to the top side.
Okay.
Because they are not close to each other. It's not an easy scroll.
No, no, it's not. Um, and after uh, how spell jamming works. It takes longer than it did to get from Toral to Saloon. Um, but it doesn't take long before the ship slows back down again. Um, would take a few minutes. And it slows down again. Last time when it slowed down, you saw that you were suddenly very close to large objects, namely Saloon and a bunch of asteroids. This time, there doesn't seem to be anything around you. I mean, you can still see the sun, and you quickly look away from that way, and stars, but there's nothing close. With you there at the head of the ship, you're like, why are we stopping here? Kind of going through your head. When suddenly up ahead you see this, what looks like it comes into focus. It looks like a jagged crack in space.
That must be the Astral Sea.
That you are flying straight towards. And as the ship hits it, you see all the stars just disappear. And you're in a slightly brighter colored void, but without the dots of stars and the sun.
But it's
Yeah.
just light. Wow.
I think it's like a dark gray in the astral plane.
I think it varies actually.
I'm going with the dark gray. Well, we'll worry about if that's not right a different time. So yeah, and now with nothing to orient yourselves about, you feel the ship turning, but it's very strange feeling given that there's not anything you can see currently to orient yourself off of to actually see yourself turning.
So it's just motion sickness.
I mean, I would definitely have motion sickness, but I get motion sickness driving a car, so. What little solid substance that floated in the bright gray void. Yep. It is a bright gray, not a dark gray. But yeah, and then the ship begins going.
I'll again think out loud for the gas rod to hear. Before we get to the vault, we should probably have a shipwide meeting about what needs to be done inside.
As you wish. You had said, before that me and the crew should wait outside before. Be that not the case anymore?
Oh, I forgot I said that. I guess we don't really need a meeting then.
I mean, if you want to change what you were going to have him do, it's fine to do the meeting. He's just going to.
Man, if only Dylan was here, and then we can get like a three-way opinion of like what would be good. Because what I was thinking of what we could change it to is we have the priority of getting the 3 items that we need secured. So the Divine Spark, which essentially Rebecca and I guess the rest of the team would exclusively go after. And then the stuff for not Bombus. Fuck. Brandabaros.
Who?
Brandabaros, the halfling god.
Oh, who'd you say first?
Bombus. That's why my brain short circuited.
Mm.
The stuff for Brandabaris can be secured by the crew.
I
And then
will remind you of Brandavaris' warning about nothing should be taken selfishly, and you would be taking in a pirate crew
that's fair.
into this place,
Okay, yeah.
which is why the decision was made the first time. I'm not trying to say not to do it. I'm just reminding of that because it has been a bit.
See, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I knew that. But then, like, once that's secured, then maybe we can think about stealing stuff.
Do you remember the penalty of what stops the planar entities from just going in and taking the stuff?
Oh yeah, the modified Modrons or whatever.
Yes, and quite a number of them.
Yeah, okay, so it might be best if we just leave everyone outside.
And I'm just doing reminder because has been long time IRL and not long time in game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everything's gonna stay the same, Captain. Because if something goes wrong, everyone will die. If someone takes something selfishly, it will be bad. And for hell, even us taking what we need might still cause a security response. So having people in the ballistas would be good.
Aye, sounds good. Um, can you roll a d20 for me? Okay.
Also, I'll go now that we're in the Astral Sea. I'll head down below and give Nagathrod one of the sending stone pairs. Not pairs. Well, one of the sending stones of the pairs.
Okay. All right. Figure. So just mark whatever set that is as A or 1 or something like that.
So I have it in my inventory. I have sending stone pairs with the quantity of 2, and then I have the Nagathrod stone.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Xarren, can I also get a d20 roll from you?
Sure can.
Do you need one for Morgan?
I did Morgan's.
I see.
There, I see.
I wonder what plane.
I can do a
this is.
Chalmers voice.
Oh shit.
I see.
I see.
Sick.
We don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably fine.
You know, you'll know it when you see it.
3 Githyanki warships emerged from the clouds of the Astral Sea.
Mm.
They actually got a fleet of bombardiers.
Oh fuck.
You walked right into a GIF versus GIF battle, Beck.
Oh no. It's actually Joff. And then they all turn on us.
Right. Yeah. So after sailing for a bit, you see the ship sailing right at this thin silver line that's like crossing almost perpendicular to the way you're going.
This place is making even less sense than Sigil. What the fuck? Captain, you know what that silver line is?
Did you say captain?
Yeah.
Ah, it'd be a tether.
Oh, for I guess astral projection.
Why? He's still just sailing right at it.
We're not gonna damage it, are we?
Um,
As far as I know, only 2 things can actually damage it.
It'd be fine.
Right? Because if it was like a asshole or like a member of Cult of the Dragon, I'd be fine with wrecking it. But if it's like just some random explorer, that'd be bad.
Be some man named Master Silverspell.
You can tell that by looking at it.
well, that's not canon. That's the guy from Wee Wee.
I know. That's. I was still in character. I don't know if you know this, but my Rebecca voice and Beck voice is the same.
If it was Patterson, it'd be okay to ram it.
Ramming speed.
I think one of my favorite things about Aaron was that he made friends with Patterson before he knew that Patterson was Bruce's enemy. And it led to some funny interactions down the line. But yeah, you sail right through the silver line. It just kind of like phases through the ship. Um, yeah, we'll say a few hours pass
Sort of.
before the ship
Because there's nothing.
yeah. I mean, you can your internal clock is still going. Like you can still tell that time is passing.
Yeah.
You're not aging, but you can tell that time is passing.
I imagine after enough
Uh,
time here, you'd stop recognizing that, though.
Depends. Um, yeah. Up ahead, you see a large asteroid with a um, what's the word? It's beautiful architecture. This giant complex that's built on it, but it's like it's made out of a hodgepodge of different styles. You have some areas that look like they're pure white quartz. You have other areas that look like obsidian. You have other areas that look like iron and just a bunch of other things. Um like it all comes together. It's all in the same style, I guess, but just different materials would be a better way of saying it. And the captain would let you know that this is the place. And I think we will end it there so that all 3 people will be here for the actual heisting.
Very good.
I know it's a little early, but I kind of want everyone to be here for the
Open
heist.
fire!
Yeah, I still feel like shit.
Fire
Anyways,
all cannons!
this works great.
Well, Xarren's got his son back with the mind of a 12-year-old in the body of a 16-year-old. Well, that's the end of this.